Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna take you guys along for a what I eat in a day, kind of a full day of eating thing. I thought it would be kind of fun. I'm on like kind of an odd diet. I'm on an elimination diet, which I will explain later. But I'm getting ready to head for a run. So all I've had so far is a banana as a little pre-run fuel, and then I'm gonna have like a scoop of honey as a pre-workout. Let's go run. I don't take like any pre-workout or anything. I just don't do well with caffeine. But my husband started doing this. Just like a spoon of honey, and so I started doing it because I like to be included. I honestly don't really like doing it, but it's kind of early in the morning and I don't really feel that awake yet. I also just brushed my teeth, so I feel like this is gonna taste disgusting, but it works. He does a ton. I'm gonna do like that much. Something in my eyeball. Ugh. It's like the texture of it is just kind of nasty at first. Alright, I have 7 miles and then I'll come home and make like an actual breakfast, because obviously a banana is not an actual breakfast. I'll show you my outfit. I have on this hat from Etsy. It's really cute. It says yeehaw and glitter. Gotta have glitter. And then I have this black just like long sleeve from Amazon. It's an Lululemon dupe. You can tell it's a dupe, okay? I don't really like it. And then I have on these Lululemon something. I can't remember the names. They're the ones that have like, I don't even know if you can tell. They have like extra piping. So I really like them. They stay where they're supposed to. I don't think they sell them anymore. And then I have on these like Lululemon Crew compression socks. And just like a sports bra. And I'm going to wear my Hokas. My pink ones. Alright, let's get it. Okay, I'm back from my run. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is matted. But also, it's like soaking wet. You can't tell because I'm in black. God, but it started pouring rain. I did 7 miles and I feel like it started raining on like mile 3. So it was like 4 miles in the rain, which honestly is kind of fun and makes me feel like I'm in a fantasy book. So I kind of love it. But now my hands don't work. I like cannot grab anything. So I'm gonna shower and then I'm gonna make some breakfast. Oh, first though, I'm gonna make, this is like my favorite, like post-run, like any super sweaty workout treat. Oh, hold on, I can't bend down. I feel like I should also say that I am not a good runner. I am very slow, but miles are miles. I'm definitely new to running. I don't think I explained this in a video before. But I'm new to running. It's like kind of my new thing because I've lifted for like 6 years really consistently, so I feel like I'm strong, but I'm not a good runner. I've never been a good runner. So it's kind of like a fun little challenge for me. It's so cold outside, my nose is running. Okay, but this is like the best. I don't have my camera sitting on my Stanley, so it's like I have to bend down to get it, and please excuse my hair, it's soaking wet. My hat is like soaked through, so my hair is wet. All right. You're gonna need a mason jar and some ice cubes. I don't know if I can get them out of the package. Where's Jordan when you need him? Alright, and then you are gonna do mostly coconut water. The Trader Joe's coconut water is actually my favorite, but they're out of it a lot of times, and the Kirkland, like Costco coconut water is the best deal, like price-wise. So we're gonna do mostly coconut water, and then the kicker is a little bit of pineapple juice, like pure pineapple juice. Okay, my hands aren't working. And just a splash. You could buy like pineapple coconut water that's like already pre-mixed. It's not the same. It's not as good. I'm gonna lay on the ground for a few minutes and hope I stop sweating, and then I'm gonna take a shower. And then we'll make breakfast. I'm out of the shower. I'm not sweating and gross anymore, so I'm gonna make some breakfast. While I'm in the kitchen, I'm also going to bake some sweet potatoes for lunch because I have clinic this afternoon. I'm in vision therapy service on the Friday afternoons, and so I have to eat lunch before I go. I don't have time to like eat lunch once I get there. My shift is from 1 to 5, so we will see. But I'm gonna scramble 4 eggs. I'm starving. And then I'll probably do an apple and maybe some raspberries. But My parents have chickens. Like, my dad let us each pick out a chicken. Mine turned out to be a rooster. That's a whole other thing. But my mom's chicken, I don't know if this will focus, she lays blue eggs. She's an Americana. I think Easter eggers also lay blue eggs. But here's it like compared, it's like a normal egg. And blue, they're so cute. I've heard that some of them can lay like pink eggs, but my mom's lays blue. Mine does not lay eggs because he's a boy. I had to have a silky, which is like a fluffy chicken, and I wanted him to have fluffy feet. And they can't like sex a silky before you get the eggs. So you have a 50-50 shot of it being a rooster, and mine was a rooster. He's also mean, so we don't like him. All right, I'm gonna fry some eggs. I'm just chopping up my sweet potatoes. I peeled them, and I was waiting for my pan to heat up so I could fry my eggs. I never turned the pan on, or I never turned the burner on, so. Frick. I'm on a teeny bit of a time crunch because it took me longer to run than I thought. Actually, it didn't take me longer to run. It just took me longer to get out the door than I thought it would. But that's okay. I don't have any patients on the schedule, so I don't have to look like super good. I don't have to get super ready. I just need to dry my hair. I'm just cubing these. I always cut the ends off. I don't know why. I'm just cubing them, and then I'm gonna stick a little bit of olive oil and some like coarse sea salt and put them in the oven. They usually take about half an hour to cook. I cook them at 400. Also, half an hour to cook, that's a total guess. I never time anything until they look a little crispy, and then that's when I take them out of the oven. I feel like having batch cooked sweet potato has been like one of the best things. Well, I've been on this elimination style diet. So I guess I'll tell you why I'm on this elimination diet. So I've been having horrible eczema, and it's been like 3 years maybe that I've been dealing with it. And I just kept thinking, oh, it'll get better. Like, it's the stress of grad school, or like, I don't know. I feel like the way my brain works, like when I have something really big going on, which in my life at this point is grad school, like that's kind of all I can focus on. And so I like couldn't even think about why my hands were breaking out all the time. So I get it really bad on my hands, like from here up, like to my fingers, and then the inside of my elbows. And I recently started getting it on the top of my eyes, like the top of my eyelids. That is the worst by far because it makes my eyelids swell up. So this is a guitar, kind of cool. But so that's terrible. I'll try and insert some pictures like as I'm talking. I took some pictures a few weeks ago. I'm at the tail end of this diet, so it's been almost a month, and I think I might have mentioned this in the beginning, but I'm basically only eating fruit, meat, and potatoes. So it's like a plant, or not plant-based, it's the opposite of that. So I'm technically on like a animal-based elimination diet, and honestly I feel freaking amazing. Like the best I have felt in a long time. I've always been like fairly health conscious. Like I feel like nutrition, like, and just health and fitness and health and wellness has been my passion for a long time. But this is like the best I've felt even since I started down my like health and fitness journey like 5 years or 6 years ago. And I think it's because of the way I'm eating. So for backstory context, I'm gonna move you over here. I feel like the lighting might be better. So for backstory, when I was in college, I went gluten-free because I was having some issues with inflammation. And that was one thing that the doctor recommended, was to just try gluten-free and see what happens. I'm gonna do my eggs now. And so I went gluten-free, and then all those health issues kind of died down. So then I was like, oh, like let's try implementing wheat again and see what happens. And I tried it, and I think for like a few weeks, and then I broke out in like a full body rash. And then I was like, well, it must be the wheat. So then I went back to being gluten-free, and everything was good for a few years. And then I was like, I really miss sourdough bread. Who doesn't miss sourdough bread? And I was like, maybe I'll just try it, because I know that the like fermenting the yeast during making sourdough, some people can tolerate that if they have a wheat intolerance. So I've been tested for celiac disease, and I'm negative for that. So I don't have celiac, I just am gluten intolerant and like wheat intolerant. I don't know why it's so dark. That's a little better. But so then I started eating sourdough and I was like, I think it's going okay. So then I just started eating everything back to wheat. Okay, my memory card was full, so I had to delete some stuff. But I think I was saying that I had reintroduced like everything wheat at that point, and that was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly. And then I think after that is when I started having really bad eczema, and it would break out, and I had the blistering kind, so I can't remember like what that exactly is called, but I had the ones where it would make like little blisters, and the blisters would mostly appear in between my fingers. It was terrible. Pause, I need a spatula. But it would break out, and then I would put steroid on it, and then it would get better for a little bit, and then it would come back. So I know when you go to the dermatologist, they just give you a steroid, but I felt like I had a root cause. Like I just knew, I'm very in tune with my body. I knew I had like a root cause of it that I had not figured out yet. And so initially I was like, oh, it's soy, because I've been allergic to soy for a long time, and I'm like, maybe this is just how it manifests now. I used to just throw up, which throwing up would be better than this. And I used to think like that must be it, but I feel like I'm so controlled at home and I was still breaking out, so then I was like, it's got to be something else. So then for a while I was like, maybe it's the sulfites in champagne, because I was drinking a lot of champagne, because that's my drink of choice. Okay, don't think it's that, because I did the 75 hard and I had no alcohol and I still had, my hands looked horrible. So then my husband and I were talking, and he's like, just go on an elimination diet and just see, and then we'll like reintroduce things. So I've been on an elimination diet for, I think this is like the 29th day actually. I'm like almost at the end of the 30 days, and I feel amazing, because I feel like before I went on this, I was having some issues with my digestion too. Like I was just uncomfortable all the time, and like my digestion was just not good. And I'm used to having really good digestion, so I was like, this is not right. And then I've just recently been running more, because I've been training for this 10K and now I'm doing a half marathon. And I feel so horrible when I ran. Like I would get pain like up under my diaphragm, and like every time I would breathe, it was like I couldn't get enough air in. Like obviously I know your lungs are up here, your diaphragm is down here, but like your whole chest cavity expands, and I just felt like I couldn't, I don't know, that's like the best way I can explain it. I felt like I could not get anything past my diaphragm, and I just had this pain like up under my ribs while I ran if I would get out of breath. So I was like, that is not normal. And I would just feel like super heavy and lethargic while I ran or did any sort of high intensity exercise, and that is completely gone. My digestion is completely back on track. My hands are a little dry. I don't know if this will focus, but I have like no, you can't really tell I have red gloves on anymore, because that's what it looked like before. And like in between my fingers is, I don't think this is focusing, in between my fingers looks good. You can still kind of see there's like a demarcation line, but I think that's because the skin is so new, because I would scratch off, this is so nasty, I would wake up with blood underneath my fingernails from scratching my hands all night. So that has stopped too. I started sleeping through the night again. They just look so much better. And I was telling Jordan, I was like looking down, I'm like, oh my god, I have hands. Like they look like hands. And so that was like, I don't even know where I was going with that. I just looked down and I was like, oh my god, they look like hands. They don't look like mangled ground beef, because that's what they look like for a while. Like my wedding ring didn't fit, all my fingers swelled up. It was terrible. So, moral of the story is, if you are also struggling with eczema, it might be worth a shot. I'll show you the inside of my elbows too. Like this here to here would just be a patch of like inflamed red, and they're like pretty normal now. And you can like see my veins and stuff again, because it was so inflamed you couldn't. But I feel like my body and like my face overall just is like way less inflamed. So that's all I had to say about that. But honestly, if you are struggling with something, it's worth it. It's not that bad. I cut out absolutely everything, and then I'm gonna slowly reintroduce things back in. I'm gonna do dairy first and see. Hopefully it's not dairy and gluten, because that would suck. Alright, this is my breakfast. We have 3 scrambled eggs with some salsa on top and some sea salt, and then 1 ginormous Honeycrisp apple. She looks delicious. We're gonna scarf her down. Looks so good. Okay, I'm ready for clinic. I'm running late, like always. But I cooked a bunch of chicken in an Instant Pot, just like shredded chicken breast. I think with like salsa, green chilies, some taco seasoning. And I'm gonna heat some of that up and then have some sweet potato. And then I think I'm gonna make a smoothie to take with me to eat or drink while I'm in clinic, and maybe an extra banana. I'm hungry. Okay, here's my lunch. So it's just chicken and sweet potatoes. And I would normally do an avocado, but they're freaking rocks. I've had them like put in my bananas, trying to make them not be rocks. They're all rocks. So, no avocado for me today. Darn. I'm gonna eat this and then make a smoothie. I somehow scarfed my lunch down under 5 minutes. Impressive, I know. One time I ate a whole Subway sandwich in a block. My dad can eat a whole Big Mac at a stoplight. It's a hereditary trait. Alright, I'm gonna make a smoothie. Why can't I find anything I need? We're gonna do pineapple. Don't look in my freezer. I don't know if you can see it. Mangoes. And I have a frozen banana somewhere. I can't find it. We're going tropical. Also, I don't know why it's so dark in here. Tropical. Alright, speed round with a smoothie. Alright, we're doing frozen pineapple. Cut the zipper. Whoops. It's not a zipper because it's not pants. Whatever this is. I always make my smoothies and somehow we never measure anything, okay? That's the key to a good smoothie is you don't measure. They somehow exactly fit in my cup. I don't know how I do it. Some mangoes. And a frozen banana. They're in halves. So I'll do a full one. And then, stay with me, hold on. I'm gonna do a scoop of chia seeds because chia seeds are good for you and they're a good source of fiber, but I would rather cut my toes off than have to eat chia seed pudding because the thought of the texture of that is so nasty. So I just add them to my smoothies and then my blender just blends them up for me and then I don't have to ever have that nasty like gelatiny nastiness. Pineapple juice. Now we're gonna blend. She's nice and pretty. Let's see if I can get a shot. So I just talked myself up that I am good at eyeballing my smoothies. Well, she's giant. That's like 64 ounces of smoothies. So I'll just freeze the extra and then my husband will eat it when he gets home because he loves to eat stuff. That sounded kind of dirty. Okay, now I'm out of focus. Alright, I'm just going to put her in my cup. She's cute. I got this cup from Starbucks like a decade ago. See how we did. Honestly, pretty good. Yum. I'm just going to put the extra in like another cup and then stick it in the freezer. And then try to have a snack when he gets home from work. Tiny bit left over. Why is it so dark? Okay, now I have to run to clinic because I'm running late. Okay, bye. Okay, one more shot because she's so cutie. She's all tropical and cutie. I'm back from clinic and surprise, surprise, I'm starving. So I had some leftovers. Like I made a big batch of stew or like pot roast yesterday because Jordan worked today and then I had clinic in the afternoon, so I knew that we'd be starving when we got home. So I'm just going to heat some of that up so I don't actually have to cook, which is nice. But it's just like tomatoes, potatoes, a roast, and some carrots. I have these cutie bowls. I actually found them at Walmart, but I love them. I think they're so cute. Alright, I heated her up. She's only lukewarm now, but I'm so hungry that I don't care. So I'm just going to eat it. But potatoes, carrots, and roast. She looks so good. I'm probably going to have 2 bowls. I won't lie. Okay, as I was editing this video, I realized I didn't have an outro. So if you've made it this far and you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time.